Have you ever tried to stand up and felt like your legs weren't quite there for you? Just a few years ago, walking around the block was easy. But now, even getting up from a chair or climbing a short flight of stairs can leave you feeling unsteady. You're not imagining it, and you're certainly not alone. In fact, research shows that the legs are often the first part of the body to show signs of aging. Long before memory fades or joints ache, your legs may quietly lose the strength and stability they once had. I once treated a retired mailman named Joe. At 82, he was still driving, gardening, and proud of his independence. But one morning, while reaching for the remote, he stood up too fast, lost balance, and fell, fracturing his hip. In the hospital, he looked at me and said, "Doc, I had no idea my legs had gotten this weak." That moment stuck with me. Because here's the truth. What feels like aging is often just your body missing the support it needs, not walkers or canes, but something much simpler and far more powerful: the right nutrition. As someone who's worked with older adults for over a decade, I've seen it time and time again. Fatigue, imbalance, stiffness, all blamed on age, when in reality, the root cause is often a lack of specific nutrients that support muscle strength, bone density, nerve function, and circulation. Your legs are like the foundation of your body. If that foundation weakens, your entire quality of life begins to shift. But if you strengthen it, even after 70, 80, or beyond, you can rebuild stability, confidence, and freedom. That's why in today's video, I'm going to reveal 6 essential vitamins that help keep your legs strong, mobile, and pain-free, no matter your age. These aren't miracle pills. They're science-backed nutrients that support real biological functions, maintaining muscle tone, reducing inflammation, enhancing blood flow, and supporting healthy joint movement. One of the vitamins I'll mention is almost always overlooked, even by many health professionals, and yet it plays a crucial role in preventing cramps, improving circulation, and easing leg discomfort. If you've ever experienced sudden leg cramps at night, a strange heaviness in your thighs, or hesitation when stepping off a curb, I urge you to stay with me until the end. And when I get to that last vitamin, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, have your legs been sending you signals? I read every message, and your experience might help someone else take action too. While you're here, if anything I've said already resonates with you, take a second to like this video. It helps us reach more seniors who need this information. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss these practical tools to age with strength and dignity. So now, let's begin this journey together. Because up next, we're going to talk about the first vitamin on the list, one that's absolutely vital for absorbing calcium, maintaining bone health, and keeping your legs stable with every step. It's time to rediscover the power of vitamin D. Vitamin 1, vitamin D, the foundation of strength. Have you ever stood up and felt like your legs just weren't cooperating, like they belonged to someone older than you feel inside? That strange heaviness, the wobble in your knees, or the occasional cramp that strikes out of nowhere. It's not just aging. In many cases, it's your body's quiet cry for vitamin D, the unsung hero behind leg strength and stability. For over a decade, I've worked with older adults who came to me saying, "Doc, I just don't feel as steady as I used to." And in more cases than you'd expect, their issue wasn't neurological or orthopedic, it was nutritional. Specifically, a vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D is often thought of as the bone vitamin, and that's true. It helps your body absorb calcium and phosphorus, which are crucial for keeping bones strong and dense. But what many people don't realize is that vitamin D also directly supports muscle strength, nerve communication, and balance. Without enough of it, even the healthiest legs can become weak, shaky, and vulnerable to sudden cramps or even falls. Let me share a story. Margaret, 79, came to see me after a fall in her garden. She had tripped on a small patch of uneven ground and fractured her wrist. But what was more concerning to her was how easily she lost her balance. After reviewing her labs, one number jumped out: her vitamin D level was critically low. We worked on her nutrition, added daily sunlight walks, and incorporated a simple supplement. 2 months later, Margaret wasn't just steadier, she was walking farther, standing taller, and feeling stronger than she had in years. Her words? "I feel like I have my legs back." The problem is, as we age, our ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight decreases dramatically. The same sun exposure that worked in your 40s may no longer be enough in your 70s. Combine that with more time spent indoors, and it's easy to see why deficiency is so common and so underdiagnosed. So what can you do? First, try to get 15 to 20 minutes of gentle sun exposure each day, especially on your arms and face. That helps your body naturally produce vitamin D. But don't stop there. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent dietary sources. Egg yolks, fortified dairy, and even certain mushrooms can help boost your intake. Still, for many older adults, food alone just isn't enough. That's why I often recommend one simple, daily habit: 1 tablespoon of cod liver oil. It sounds old-fashioned, but this powerhouse supplement packs a strong dose of vitamin D along with omega-3s, and it's helped countless patients like Margaret reclaim their strength. But here's the key: consistency. It's not about megadoses or quick fixes. It's about giving your body what it needs every single day to rebuild the foundation of movement, your legs. And the results? Many of my patients report fewer nighttime leg cramps, improved balance, less fatigue when walking, and even better posture. When your muscles and bones are well nourished, everything else just works better: your coordination, your confidence, your life. If you've been experiencing unexplained leg fatigue, cramping, or just feeling off balance lately, don't brush it off. Vitamin D may be the missing link. Talk to your doctor, check your levels, and start making small changes today. Your future self will thank you. Now, if this section resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had your vitamin D checked? What difference did it make? And don't forget to like this video if you found this information helpful. It truly helps us reach more seniors who need practical, science-backed solutions just like this. Coming up next, we'll be talking about a powerful vitamin that keeps your nerves sharp and your muscles energized, and without it, your legs might feel weak, shaky, or even numb. You might think of it as an energy booster, but it's so much more than that. Let's take a closer look at vitamin B12. Vitamin 2, B12, the nerve energizer. Have your legs ever felt like they're just not listening to you? Maybe they tremble slightly when you walk, or you get that strange pins and needles sensation when sitting too long. Some days, they feel strong and steady. Other days, they're wobbly, weak, or just plain tired, even when you haven't done much. If that sounds familiar, your body might be calling out for vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is often overlooked, but in my years working with seniors, I've found it to be one of the most underestimated keys to leg strength, balance, and vitality. It's not just a vitamin for energy, it's the fuel that powers your nervous system. Here's the thing: every single muscle movement you make, from lifting your foot to catching your balance, depends on a seamless connection between your brain and your legs. That connection is built on nerves. And nerves? They need B12 to function properly. When your body lacks B12, that communication line starts to fray. It's like trying to talk over a fuzzy phone signal. The message doesn't get through. The result? Your legs feel disconnected. You may notice muscle weakness, numbness, tingling, or even a strange sense that your legs just aren't moving how they used to. Let me tell you about Dolores, a 74-year-old piano teacher who came to my clinic complaining that her legs felt like they were falling asleep all day. She thought it was circulation, but her test showed something different: extremely low B12 levels. Within weeks of adjusting her diet and adding a daily B12 supplement, her symptoms began to ease. The tingling faded, her balance improved, and her words? It's like someone turned the power back on. That's the power of B12. It doesn't just make you feel more energetic, it restores clarity and control to your movements. And here's something important you need to know. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 from food decreases significantly. Even if you eat meat, dairy, or fish regularly, your body might not be breaking it down efficiently. This is due to a natural decline in stomach acid and intrinsic factor, two things your gut needs to pull B12 from what you eat. So what can you do? Start with food. Red meats like beef and lamb, organ meats like liver, fatty fish such as salmon or sardines, and dairy products are all rich in B12. But for many older adults, food simply isn't enough. That's where nutritional yeast comes in. Just 1 tablespoon per day, sprinkled on a salad, soup, or smoothie, can give you a highly absorbable form of B12. It's delicious, easy to incorporate, and incredibly effective, especially if you're vegetarian or have trouble with absorption. If your deficiency is severe or persistent, you might also consider B12 supplements or injections under your doctor's supervision. The good news? B12 is water-soluble, so it's safe even at higher doses, and the results can be life-changing. I always tell my patients, don't accept numbness, fatigue, or imbalance as just part of getting older. Sometimes, it's your nervous system waving a red flag, and B12 is the fix. If you've ever experienced any of the following: tingling or burning in your feet, sudden leg weakness, trouble with balance, or even unexplained fatigue, it's time to check your B12 levels. You might be surprised by what you find. And if this segment is hitting close to home, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let me know. Have you ever dealt with B12 issues or started supplementing and noticed a difference? Your story might help someone else take action today. Before we move on, don't forget to like this video if you've learned something useful so far. It truly helps this channel grow and reach more people who need this knowledge. Now, let's talk about what holds your legs together literally. Tendons, ligaments, and cartilage all depend on one key ingredient to stay strong and flexible. And when it's missing, your knees creak, your joints ache, and your legs take forever to recover. Up next, vitamin C, the joint protector. Vitamin 3, C, the joint protector. Have you ever woken up feeling like your knees have rusted overnight? That stiff, grinding sensation when you stand, the tightness in your ankles, or the ache that lingers after a short walk, these aren't just signs of getting older. They're signs that your joints may be running low on one of their most essential building blocks, vitamin C. Now, most people think of vitamin C as the go-to vitamin for colds and flu. And yes, it's a powerful immune booster. But what many don't realize is that vitamin C is one of the most critical nutrients for joint strength, mobility, and recovery, especially as we age. You see, vitamin C plays a starring role in the production of collagen, the protein that holds your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage together. Without enough of it, the glue that supports your joints begins to break down. That's when stiffness sets in. That's when every step starts to feel harder than it should. I remember a patient, Mr. Jenkins, 81 years old, who told me he felt like his knees cracked like dry twigs every time he stood up. He thought it was arthritis and that nothing could help. But after testing, we discovered his vitamin C levels were surprisingly low. We adjusted his diet, added a daily supplement, and 3 weeks later, he was walking through his garden again. No cracking, no swelling, no pain. Why? Because collagen isn't optional. It's foundational. And without vitamin C, your body can't make it. But the benefits don't stop there. Vitamin C is also a powerful antioxidant that reduces inflammation, a silent destroyer of joint health. Inflammation can build up quietly, eating away at cartilage and connective tissue, causing pain even when you're not moving. That lingering ache in your knees or the soreness after a short walk. Vitamin C deficiency could be a key factor. So, how can you make sure you're getting enough? Start by adding vitamin C-rich foods to your daily plate. Think citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits, strawberries, kiwi, papaya, and even red bell peppers, which actually contain more vitamin C than an orange. But if you want a powerful punch in a small scoop, consider acerola cherry powder. Just 1 tablespoon a day delivers an incredible dose of highly absorbable vitamin C, perfect for supporting your joints and speeding up recovery. I always say, don't wait until your joints scream to give them what they need to thrive. A few simple changes now can mean the difference between pain and freedom later. And if you've ever felt like your joints just don't bounce back like they used to, it might not be age. It might be a missing nutrient, and the fix is within reach. If this is speaking to you, take a moment and comment below. Have you tried boosting your vitamin C intake? What changes did you notice? Your story could help someone else. And if this video has been helpful so far, please like it. It helps this channel reach more people looking for real answers. Next, we're moving from joints to bones and blood vessels. Because while calcium is important, there's another vitamin that makes sure it gets to the right place and keeps it out of where it can do serious damage. Up next, vitamin K2, the bone stabilizer. Vitamin 4, K2, the calcium guide. If you're taking calcium every day for your bones, but still dealing with joint pain, stiffness, or even weak legs, you might be missing the one nutrient that tells calcium where to go, vitamin K2. And without it, all that good calcium, it might be ending up in all the wrong places. Here's what most people don't realize: calcium doesn't guide itself. Your body needs vitamin K2 to act like a traffic cop, directing calcium into your bones and teeth where it belongs, and away from your arteries and joints, where it can cause damage. I once worked with a retired librarian named Anne, age 76, who came to me with recurring knee pain and a strange heaviness in her legs. She said, "I take calcium every day, so why do my joints feel worse?" After a few tests and a close look at her diet, the answer was clear: plenty of calcium, but almost no vitamin K2. Once we addressed that imbalance, the improvement was remarkable. Her stiffness faded, her steps felt lighter, and she told me, "I finally feel like my body is using what I give it." That's what makes vitamin K2 so critical. Without it, calcium may build up in soft tissues, leading to stiff joints, poor circulation, and even increasing your risk of vascular problems. It's like trying to build a house by dumping bricks all over the yard instead of placing them into walls. The materials are there, but they're not being used correctly. So how do you make sure your body has enough K2? Vitamin K2 is found in fermented foods like natto, a traditional Japanese dish, sauerkraut, and certain aged cheeses like Gouda and Brie. But let's be honest, not everyone's taste buds are ready for natto. A more approachable option? Grass-fed butter or ghee. Just 1 tablespoon per day can provide a steady supply of natural K2 that supports your bones and helps keep calcium flowing to the right places. And here's a tip I've seen work wonders in my practice. Pair your calcium and vitamin D with K2 for a triple threat combo. It's not just about taking nutrients, it's about helping them work together in harmony. Vitamin K2 also plays a powerful role in maintaining posture, reducing back pain, and keeping your legs from feeling heavy and sluggish. When calcium stays in your bones and out of your arteries, blood flows better, and your muscles get the oxygen they need to stay strong and energized. If you've been experiencing strange joint discomfort despite supplementing with calcium, this might be the missing link. And if you're unsure, talk to your doctor. A simple blood test or dietary review can reveal a lot. Leave a comment if you tried K2 or learned something new today. I'd love to hear your experience. And if this video has helped you, don't forget to like and share it with someone who could benefit too. Now that we've guided calcium to the right destination, let's look at what happens inside your muscles, particularly when they cramp, twitch, or feel like they're made of lead. Up next, a mineral that keeps your legs relaxed, your energy flowing, and those nighttime cramps at bay. Let's talk about magnesium, the muscle calmer. Vitamin 5, magnesium, the muscle relaxer. Have you ever been jolted awake by a sharp cramp in your leg, the kind that makes you jump out of bed in pain? Or maybe your legs just feel heavy, tight, or sluggish, even after many malactivity. If so, your body might be screaming for one crucial mineral, magnesium. In my practice, I've seen this pattern over and over: older adults struggling with leg fatigue, restlessness, or sudden nighttime cramps. And in many cases, the root cause wasn't hydration, stretching, or poor circulation. It was a magnesium deficiency. Magnesium is often called nature's muscle relaxer, and for good reason. It plays a central role in helping muscles contract and release properly. Without it, your leg muscles can remain tight, overactive, and prone to spasms. I'll never forget Linda, a 73-year-old former nurse, who told me she hadn't slept through the night in years because of leg cramps. She tried everything: warm baths, massages, even changing her shoes. Nothing helped. But when we checked her magnesium levels, they were well below optimal. We added a daily magnesium-rich snack, just 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, and within 2 weeks, the cramps were nearly gone. She said, "It feels like my legs have finally forgiven me." But magnesium doesn't just ease cramps. It also supports healthy circulation, helping oxygen and nutrients reach your leg muscles. When circulation is poor, your legs may feel weak, heavy, or cold, especially after sitting for long periods. And when your muscles are starved of oxygen, they fatigue faster, making even short walks feel exhausting. As we age, magnesium depletion becomes more common due to reduced dietary intake and medication side effects. Diuretics, antacids, and even some blood pressure medications can quietly lower your magnesium levels over time, all without noticeable symptoms until one day, your legs stop cooperating. So how can you replenish this essential mineral? Start with food. Magnesium is abundant in dark leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard, nuts and seeds, whole grains, and even avocados. But one of my favorite, practical tips? A small handful of pumpkin seeds each day, simple, affordable, and surprisingly powerful. For those who need a stronger boost, magnesium supplements like magnesium glycinate or citrate can be helpful. They're well absorbed and gentle on the stomach. But always check with your doctor before starting any new supplement. And here's something else. Patients who restore their magnesium often report not only fewer cramps, but also improved sleep, less anxiety, and more energy during the day. When your muscles are relaxed, your whole body can finally rest, and that's when real healing happens. If you've been battling nighttime leg cramps or unexplained leg fatigue, magnesium might just be the missing piece. And if this insight has helped you, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story, and your experience might help someone else find relief too. And while magnesium calms your muscles, there's another vitamin that keeps your blood flowing, your legs warm, and your vessels young and flexible, especially important if you often feel cold feet, swelling, or numbness. Up next, we'll talk about vitamin E, the circulation booster. Vitamin 6, E, the circulation booster. Have your legs ever felt cold, even when the room is warm? Do they swell after sitting too long? Or feel heavy, sore, or even numb after just a short walk? These aren't just passing annoyances, they may be signs that your circulation is slowing down. And there's one powerful vitamin that could make all the difference: vitamin E. Now, vitamin E is often marketed as a skin or beauty supplement, but what's rarely talked about, and what I've seen firsthand in my clinical practice, is that vitamin E is a circulation powerhouse, especially for the legs and feet. You see, vitamin E works as a natural blood thinner, preventing your blood from getting too thick or sticky. It also helps keep your blood vessels soft, open, and elastic, like well-oiled highways for oxygen and nutrients to travel freely through your body. When your circulation is strong, your legs feel warm, light, and full of energy. But when it's sluggish, that's when fatigue, tingling, and swelling begin to take over. Take Helen, for example, 78 years old, active, loved her morning walks. But over time, she noticed something odd. Her feet would get freezing cold on mild days, her legs would swell after sitting, and her stamina dropped drastically. We looked at her diet, and while it was healthy overall, she was lacking vitamin E. Just 1 tablespoon of wheat germ oil added to her morning routine made a huge difference. Within weeks, the swelling reduced, her legs felt warmer, and her walks became joyful again. This is why I call vitamin E the circulation booster. It helps prevent clots, supports healthy arteries, and ensures that your leg muscles receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay energized and pain-free. As we age, circulation naturally becomes less efficient, but that doesn't mean we have to accept tired, heavy legs. Supporting your vascular health with vitamin E is one of the most natural, affordable, and effective ways to keep your legs moving and thriving. So where can you get more of it? Some of the best food sources include sunflower seeds, almonds, hazelnuts, and avocados. But for a concentrated and highly absorbable dose, I often recommend wheat germ oil. Just 1 tablespoon a day, drizzled on your salad, mixed into yogurt, or taken straight, can work wonders. And the benefits go beyond just circulation. Vitamin E is also a potent antioxidant, meaning it helps reduce inflammation and protect your cells from oxidative stress, both of which contribute to aging legs and declining mobility. If you've ever felt like your legs fall asleep too easily, swell without warning, or just don't feel as alive as they used to, don't ignore it. Vitamin E might be the missing piece. If this part of the video speaks to you, drop a comment and share your experience. Have you ever tried vitamin E for circulation? What did you notice? Your story might be just what someone else needs to hear. And if you found this video valuable so far, please like and share it. It helps this channel grow and reach more people who truly need these tools. Now that we've covered all 6 essential vitamins, each one playing a critical role in keeping your legs strong, flexible, and full of life, it's time to bring everything together. In just a moment, we'll review the big picture, and I'll share my final thoughts on how to turn this knowledge into daily action, so your legs can carry you with confidence for years to come. So now that we've walked through these 6 powerful vitamins, each with a specific job to support your legs, let's take a moment to bring it all together. If there's one thing I've learned after more than a decade working with older adults, it's this. Weak legs aren't always a result of age, they're often a reflection of what's missing inside. And the great news is, that means there's something you can do about it. Vitamin D gives your bones and muscles the foundation they need to stay strong. Vitamin B12 restores the nerve signals that keep your legs steady and responsive. Vitamin C rebuilds the connective tissue that protects your joints. Vitamin K2 ensures calcium strengthens your bones, not your arteries. Magnesium relaxes tense muscles and prevents those painful nighttime cramps. And vitamin E keeps blood flowing smoothly, so your legs stay energized and alive. Each one matters. And when you put them together, they become something even more powerful, a plan, a path to reclaiming your strength, one step at a time. You don't need a radical lifestyle change or expensive treatments. In fact, the beauty of this approach is how simple, natural, and sustainable it is. A spoonful of cod liver oil, a sprinkle of nutritional yeast, a handful of seeds. Small actions, done consistently, can restore what time has quietly taken away. I've seen patients who couldn't walk across the room without fatigue begin gardening again. I've seen people in their 80s throw away the cane they thought they'd need forever. What changed? Not their age, their awareness, their habits, their nutrition. And you can do the same. If any part of this video resonated with you, if you've ever experienced leg weakness, cramps, numbness, or balance issues, then I invite you to take the first step today. You've already done the most important thing. You've paid attention to your body, and you've learned. Now let's keep that momentum going. If this video helped you, please click the like button. It truly makes a difference in helping us reach more people who need this information. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next video filled with practical, science-backed ways to stay strong and independent. And finally, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What was your biggest takeaway? Have you tried any of these vitamins? And if so, what changed? Your story could be the one that encourages someone else to take action. Remember, strong legs carry more than your body. They carry your freedom, your confidence, your life. Let's protect them together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring about your health. And I'll see you in the next video.